Alright, good morning guys. How are you doing? It is 7:30 a.m. in the morning for me. And as you can see, I am at the beach. Now you might be wondering what I'm doing at the beach at 7:30 in the morning. By the way, if the first person to 5k this, your comment will get pinned. I guess as long as it's not offensive. But yeah, you might be wondering what I'm doing at 7:30 in the morning at the beach. Um, on such a cloudy day. But I'm just here to enjoy the calm before the storm. Today is the 30th of May, and in less than 3 hours, I think GeoGuessr will be putting out an announcement for the World Cup. And yes, I do know about it already because I am indeed going to the World Cup and I'm very excited. And I know that when the announcement is done, it's going to be chaos. So I'm really looking forward to it. And yeah, I want to check out the announcement with you guys together. But no, this is not a clickbait video. It is real. The World Cup is happening, and I am going to be going there. So let's check out the update.
It's time. The announcement has been made. And dude, I'm so excited. Let's get into this. So, I think my plan for this video is I'm just going to go through everything that GeoGuessr put out on their website, on their Twitter, whatnot. And let's just go through it all one step at a time and see um, yeah, exactly what's in store. I'll give you my thoughts, whatever I know, my information. And dude, I'm so excited for this World Cup. Let's get into it. All right, so we started on May 28th with GeoGuessr doing a sort of a teaser that there's going to be an announcement. And then they dropped a hint yesterday for a trailer. So maybe we could check this out. Let's see.
In a vast world,
Twitter video quality, by the way.
a unique challenge begins.
Okay. And that's all they gave us. And everyone in like all the different discords was pretty clueless because at this point I knew about the announcement. I knew about like what this was going to be about the World Cup. Um, because yeah, like me and the other other five players who've been announced, yeah, like we all sort of knew that this was coming. But it was so funny to see people guessing. Like, people were guessing all kinds of stuff. Like, it's going to be a battle pass, it's going to be some avatars, it's going to be satellite guesser, space guesser, whatnot. It was really funny, and it was so hard not to mention anything. But yeah, we had to stay tight-lipped until the announcement was made, and I think all of us succeeded in that, which is great. Um, but yeah, this was the teaser that was given. And then earlier, they also put out a tweet saying, oh, we're going to announce it soon. And then finally, at 10 a.m. earlier today, they put out this announcement. So let's watch the video first, and then let's go through everything else. Because it's all just overall very exciting stuff. Alright, so this is the video that they've put out to announce the GeoGuessr World Cup. Let's take a look. This is what we saw from the teaser.
In a vast world, a unique challenge begins.
They even got a narrator for this, isn't that crazy?
Competitors come together, exploring unknown lands, remote places,
man. This is so
forgotten
exciting.
back alleys. They seek hidden secrets, driven by a love of learning. Embracing the joy of discovery, they create a shared future. In this great contest,
Look how epic they made it look.
and
It's really
heroes
well made.
are born. Together, they master the art of finding anything, anywhere.
Boom.
Welcome to the GeoGuessr World Cup.
Oh man. So there you go.
Nice, I'll
It's
take that.
a little Rainbow cameo as well. So it's going to be held on October 13th and 14th this year uh, in Stockholm, where the GeoGuessr headquarters is. So let's get into this. There's a lot of information they've put out, but there's still a lot of information that's not known to us. Even me, as a participant, I have no idea. So let's break it down and let's see what's going to happen. As some of you might know, last year there was a GeoGuessr World Cup being held in Paris, but that was sort of unofficial because it was being hosted by the French community. This one is being hosted by GeoGuessr themselves, so it's like the first official GeoGuessr World Cup. So it's very exciting. So let's get into the other announcements that they've made. So in their tweet, they've linked this website, which is like the official GeoGuessr World Cup website, I think. Um, and as you can see again, 13th, 14th October in Stockholm, Sweden. So it's very exciting. And let's see what they have to say. Join us as we invite you to the first ever World Cup in GeoGuessr, a competition where contenders are breaking new ground within the world of esports as they participate in a tournament with the actual globe as the playing field. Isn't that crazy? Like a lot of us just really love exploring the earth, don't we? And who would have thought that could have gotten competitive in this way? And it's really cool. So tune in on 13th, 14th October and support your regional heroes as they showcase their skill and compete to become the literal champion of the world. That is interesting as well because it is in fact a World Cup. So, we are representing our home countries, of course. So, you do have the regional support and whatnot. So, if there are any Indians watching, make sure you come and cheer me on. Um, so you can watch it live as well on Twitch. They've linked it right here. So make sure you check that out. And yeah, I think there's also going to be it's going to be in like some stadium. Actually, let's keep reading. They'll probably talk about it. So, what do they have here? One world champion, the world's top GeoGuessr contenders from around the globe. Dude, that's crazy because you know what? During last year's like unofficial Paris World Cup, like it was pretty much mainly just Europeans who were there, and especially a lot of people from France because, traveling to Paris is not cheap. But this time, since GeoGuessr themselves are organizing it, I'm expecting, people from all over the world to be here. So it's going to be so exciting to meet everyone. Like it was really fun just meeting people in Paris last year. Um, but there are also some people who it's like hard to imagine that we'll ever meet because they just live on the other side of the planet or whatnot. And just to think that uh, people from all over the world will be here, it's very exciting, and I'm just really looking forward to meeting you know everyone really. So I think that was like one of the highlights of Paris as well. The tournament was great, of course, but just meeting everyone was also like such a surreal experience. Um, so I'm really looking forward to that. And they have a $50,000 prize pool. So I'm not really sure how they're going to split it. Like how much does first place get? How much does second place get? I don't know. We'll have to find out. But in total, they're putting 50K on the line, which is by no means a small amount. So, that's very exciting as well. And we'll compete over 2 days for the first world champion title. Exciting. And it says solo duel competition. The tournament will feature 24 contenders duking it out in 1v1 duels, which ensures a truly thrilling competition, which I'm sure it will be a truly thrilling competition. Um, so there's going to be 24 contenders, and that's um, it's. I'm really happy that there's going to be 24 contenders, but I'm also sad that there's going to be, like so many other really good players who won't be able to come here. Um, but yeah, I mean, I wish it was like, 100 contenders, but that's probably not realistic, just from an organization standpoint and also just from a tournament standpoint, I think. Especially for a solo tournament, if it's 1v1, then it's hard to get that many people in. But of the 24 people, they've already announced 6, and I'm so grateful. I'm really excited to be one of them. As you can see, they have already put out the names of 6 people. Um, so let's go through these. Blinky. I mean, do you need an introduction to Blinky? I think, I mean, it's not really far-fetched to say Blinky is probably one of the best players at the moment in the game. Um, and like when I say one of the best, I mean like one of the best players. So that's already a serious competition. Jake Lyons, I mean, again, you don't really need an introduction to any of these, right? Because Blinky, Kodiak, and Macam were the winners of the Paris World Cup last time. Um, Myself, I was also there at Paris. We came second. Jake was also there, and they also made it to the semifinals, I think, Jake's team. And of course, Jake is making some amazing YouTube videos as well. So if you somehow haven't seen his channel, then you should definitely go check it out. And also just check out all of these people if you haven't, because they all have YouTube channels and they make videos. So I'll link them all in the description. Um, but yeah, you have Blinky representing France, Jake representing the US, Kodiak representing Germany, Macam Sweden, myself India, and then Zigzag, dude. It's so cool that we're getting Zigzag already, and he's coming all the way from Australia. And yeah, I'm actually, like it's when someone lives in like Australia or New Zealand, it's like so hard to imagine that you'll actually meet up because, they live really far from me. Uh, but yeah, it's going to be really fun to meet Zigzag. And yeah, so this is the first 6. I have met everyone apart from Zigzag at Paris, but I'm really excited to meet everyone again. And honestly, this is some very tough competition. Like, I wouldn't want to face any of these guys really. They are very, very solid players. Um, and I'll get into all that a little bit later, as to how I'm going to prepare and plan my preparation and whatnot. Uh, but for now, let's just keep going through this. So it says more players to be announced. So 24 contenders, 6 are here, so 18 still left. They've done a press release as well, but let's go through the FAQs first. So, how can you watch the event? You can follow the stream on Twitch, as I mentioned. You can check it out there. Um, can you attend the finals live in Stockholm? Yes, that is one thing I wanted to talk about. So, as they say, only a certain number of seats will be available for the live event at Stockholm's Space Arena. So that's where it's going to happen. And yeah, apparently there's going to be a certain number of seats. Stay tuned for detailed information on how you can secure your spot at this once-in-a-lifetime event. So yeah, they'll probably sell tickets, I'm guessing. So you should keep an eye out for that. Especially, I would really recommend um, those who are able to travel there, like if you're based in Sweden or if you're in Europe and you don't mind traveling, or if you're based somewhere else in the world and you don't mind traveling, I would really encourage you to be here because it's, dude, I really, really want to meet everyone. Um, Unfortunately, there's only 24 players, so the rest, I hope you guys can at least make it there as an audience or something, so we can all meet up and have a good time. So yeah, just check out tickets and whatnot whenever they announce it. And yeah, I hope to meet as many of you as possible. How have you decided which players to invite? So that's the thing. I think that's going to be a talking point for the next few, I don't know, days, weeks, as long as they take, like, how much ever time they take to announce everyone. I think that's going to be a topic of discussion, is who gets selected and, who's going to play. So let's read what they say. Our aim is to host a World Cup with the best players in the world, but also with as many nationalities represented as possible. The selection is made based on past performance and reputation in the GeoGuessr community. So even if you're a good player and you have been behaving badly, then your chances might be slim. Um, there is an age requirement of 18 years old to play in the World Cup. So that is something that is um, a bit unfortunate, I understand, because some of the best players are really young. Like, one good example is Geo. He's easily one of the best players in the world, and unfortunately, I don't think he's 18 yet. So, uh, you know, but it's good for me because I don't have to face off against him. But yeah, for the World Cup, I'd of course like to see players like him compete. But yeah, I think with an event like this, I don't really understand like the legality and whatnot behind all this, but I think it's just harder to organize it with people under the age of 18. It's, yeah, I don't really know like the complications behind it, but that's what I heard from the organizers of the Paris event. That, yeah, they also had the 18-year rules because it's just a mess, or it's just really hard to do all like the back end stuff otherwise. I don't actually know, but it's yeah, something along those lines. There might be multiple players from the same country playing in the World Cup. I think that makes a lot of sense because, for example, take Germany. Germany has so many of the pro players. Like, there, like like you could just keep counting, and you'll still keep thinking of more people. And Germany is just packed full of really good players. I could say the same for the Netherlands. I could say it for quite a few countries actually, but again, I have no idea. So that's another thing, is that I have absolutely no idea who else is going to be invited. All I know is that there's going to be the six of us at least. Um, and then I have no idea who else is going to be playing in the tournament. So it should be interesting. I'm not sure how they're going to select. I mean, they've given some guidelines, but like there's still a lot of people who fit these criteria. So I'm guessing, yeah, they're going to sort of choose people based on their nationality, but also their skill level and also their reputation. So yeah, I don't know. And also, I guess it's like the thing with the community is like bunch of people like don't, haven't shown their face, like, like how I'm using a video cam right now. And some people have never even used a mic. So I'm not sure if they'll also be reaching out to players like that because, as a player, you should also feel comfortable, being there on stage and, with your face and voice and everything. So yeah, I don't really know how they're making these choices. But yeah, the good thing for me is that I don't have to make, worry about making choices because it's so hard to choose people for this. But yeah, as I said, I'm just hoping that, you know, all the uh, all the players that are able to make it, I mean, all the players who are invited are able to make it there. And yeah, if not, then hopefully some of you can at least join as an audience or just just chill in Stockholm and we can meet up. So it should be fun. So next, how will the tournament be played? The World Cup will feature 24 contenders playing 1v1 duels. First up, there'll be a group stage played in round robin format going into the playoffs. Final rule set, maps, and game settings will be shared at the same time closer to the event. Okay, so I assume that it's going to be a mixture of moving games, no moving games, and NMPC games. I would hope so at least because they're crowning like an overall GeoGuessr World Champion, not like just a no moving World Champion or an NMPC champion or a moving champion. You have to have the whole package, right? Um, so yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly the details of the format, but seems to be 1v1 and I guess duels. So I don't know actually how it'll work because with moving, duels could be a bit weird. But yeah, I'm not sure how they plan to do it. So I guess best way is to just wait and see what they come up with. Can anyone participate in the qualification? So we regret to inform you that there won't be an open qualification this time around. In order to maintain the highest standards for this World Cup and deliver an unforgettable event, we've chosen to conduct a closed qualification tournament. So again, I have no idea um, about anything about this closed qualification tournament. Uh, Apparently, it'll take place later this summer. Stay tuned for the exact date and lineup, which we'll announce both here and on our social media channels. Okay, so yeah, I'm not really sure. Um, Maybe they've chosen a few people, uh, who, yeah, it's probably just like you have 24 contenders and maybe they've chosen like, I don't know how many actually, like 20 or 18 or something contenders. And then for the rest of the 4 or 5 spots or whatever, they're probably doing like a qualification tournament and they've probably already selected a bunch of people for the tournament. So it should be interesting. I really don't know how it's going to work or who's going to be selected. Yeah, or how they're going to conduct the tournament. I have no idea. But it should be interesting. And to those who do get selected for that tournament, I wish you the best. Good luck. Um, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. So that's it for this. Now we can go through the press release, which was here. So the globe as a playing field, the first World Cup is here. Um, all right, I'm not going to read everything because it's just a lot of text. I'll just go through like the important parts, I guess. So yeah, $50,000 prize pool. Take place at Space Arena, Stockholm, October 13th, 14th. And yeah, here you have some information about GeoGuessr itself. Some words from the co-founder. And let's see what else. Players are dropped at random locations and must figure out where we are exactly. Yeah, and then here we have one of the experts, Trevor Rainbolt, who will bring his elaborate banter and deep understanding of the game dynamics into play. So yeah, I'm excited to meet Rainbolt again. I did meet him once in the past, but yeah, looking forward to meeting him in Stockholm. And yeah, as I understand, he is going to be casting because it says we'll be working with some of the most influential GeoGuessr content creators and experts out there during the broadcast. With his keen eye for geographic detail and his knack for engaging the audience, that is true. Trevor will not just commentate but also illuminate the strategies and insights behind each player's decisions. So that should be very interesting and very fascinating um, because it's always good to have someone who understands what's going on in the commentary team. And Rainbolt has hosted so many tournaments on his own. Um, so he's done plenty of, commentating and whatnot, and he has experience with that. So it should be very fun, and it should be, um, yeah, I think he'll do a fantastic job. And I think there's also going to be more people in the cast, but they haven't announced it yet. So I'm looking forward to finding out who that's going to be as well. I have no idea. So yeah, we'll see. Tournament will be, yeah, in Stockholm, 13th, 14th, prize of 50k. 24 participants will be divided into 4 groups of 6 players each. and the action will feature 2 players dueling each other. Now, I'm really hoping that my group won't just be the 6 players that have been announced, because I don't want to be in the same group with Blinky, Kodiak, Macam, Jake, and Zigzag. That's too much. But then again, I feel like every player who's going to be there is going to be like at that level. So yeah. Um, and then yeah, here they've announced again the names of the 6 of us. So yeah, I think that's about it for the announcements. Um, and yeah, I think we discussed also the format, the players, and yeah, a few things about the event. And since I've been mentioning the Paris unofficial World Cup so much, if you are interested to check it out, the VODs from the World Cup are still available. I'll link them all in the description so you can go and watch them if you want. And yeah, if you just want to see like a couple of clips of me playing there, then I'll put them right here in the video so you can check it out and see how it feels.
Mais pourquoi
Mon Specman n'est pas bon.
Ouais, et en haut à droite, on voit. On voit Speed.
Oh Non
Non, non, tu te fous de ma gueule.
C'est où? Des grandes villes du sud du Japon, sur l'île de Kyushu, une des 3 grosses îles la plus au sud du Japon. Donc pour l'instant, et voilà, c'était
Oh là là, et Made
4500
Potato
quand même.
direct. Mais Made Potato,
Il est incroyable.
fort.
Il est
Il
incroyable.
est trop fort en no move.
Il
C'est
est
quoi
trop
son
fort, il est trop
level?
Nous sommes au Brésil, dans l'état de Sao Paulo.
Et oui, hein. Pour l'instant, on ne sait pas exactement les résultats, mais ce sera la somme de tous les challenges.
De tous les challenges
mais
cumulés,
pour l'instant, le community team est
Non,
très très bien.
attends.
Attends, quoi? Non, 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 tu triches,
non.
tu triches.
Made Potato
Made Potato. Mais Made Potato, non. Non, 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 non.
De fou.
Ah non, 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 non,
Ah,
non,
non,
ah
non.
non, je ne suis pas.
Alors là, normalement, le truc sur le côté, ils l'ont directement. C'est quoi? C'est Pérou, ça, non? Je crois que c'est
ça
Pérou,
se
les
voit.
Espagnols. Quoique, j'ai peut-être de la merde.
Ça zoome, est-ce que ce serait pas une Bolivie, peut-être une
Je sais pas, mais en tout
Colombie?
cas, ces trucs jaunes là, je sais plus si c'est Pérou ou pas. C'est peut-être une méta que je connais plus.
En tout cas, ils n'ont pas le réflexe instantanément. hein.
Non, donc c'est peut-être pas une méta finalement tant
Ouais.
que ça. Je sais pas. Peut-être que, en vrai, peut-être qu'ils essaient d'être ultra précis. Là, j'ai l'impression qu'ils regardent limite l'épingle. Tu sais, ils sont sur une sorte d'épingle à cheveux sur la route. Prohibido. Ça veut dire interdit.
Interdit très très fort. Tu es
Ça veut
un
dire
Mr. Worldwide, toi.
Tout à fait. Ah, il s'agit de
Ouh,
l'Équateur, très probablement.
L'Équateur, hein. L'Équateur qu'on peut reconnaître aussi par rapport aux plaques de voitures qui sont caractéristiques. Et là, on n'a pas vu de plaque de voiture, mais on a eu le feeling qui m'a l'air d'être.
Moi, les plaques de voiture, c'est vraiment un point faible. Je ne regarde jamais ça.
Moi, j'avoue qu'avant de me renseigner un peu pour le cast, ce n'était clairement pas un truc que je regardais, mais c'est hyper intéressant pour. Oh Made Potato, encore what?
Il a fait 13 km.
Encore toi?
Il a
Encore
fait-
toi, chacal?
Il a fait 13 km. Choc là-dessus.
Ah oui, si, Hachok, c'est une catastrophe.
Celui-là peut faire très mal.
Est-ce qu'on
3,5.
est-ce qu'on va tenter peut-être en bulgare? Oh la dinguerie! Oh Made Potato!
Oh, Made Potato! Il les a oblitérés!
Made Potato!
Au Community Team
Made
qui
Potato!
l'emporte!
Okay, hopefully you enjoyed that because, man, the French cast was really amazing. Again, as I said, I'll leave the awards in the description so you can go and check out everything. But yeah, they did a fantastic job, and I think there were like more than 40,000 live viewers, which is, a huge amount. It's like a stadium or something. So, yeah, it was really a big event. But yeah, it was more. There was more of a French audience, I think, but this time I think the audience will be fairly English speaking, I think. But yeah, we'll see how that goes, and I'm very excited for what this World Cup brings us because, yeah, if Paris told me one thing, it's that the energy levels are really high in an environment like that, and yeah, just general, just meeting everyone and playing the game, which is what we really like to do. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And with that, I think I've finished talking about almost everything I wanted to talk about. Now let's move to the future. So there are 2 announcements I want to make. First, in relation to this World Cup, of course. First is that this is not going to be an easy competition. already you're seeing that there are people, like Blinky, we have people of that caliber competing, and I have to compete against people like this. So, I mean, of course, I already have my strengths and I'm at a decent level, but I also have quite a lot of things that I'd like to work on, quite a few things that I'm weak at, and you know, for me, the thing is like I don't think I'm going to win, and I would really like to win, don't get me wrong, but I also know that there are just a lot of better players who are, competing, and also that some people will have more time than me to practice. So, keeping all that in mind, um, I'm not going to go in with the expectation of winning, but I know that I'm going to have fun, and that's the most important thing. But I also want to give it my absolute best, because I want to put up a fight, and see how far I can go. The Paris World Cup, I was expecting to get knocked out in the group stage, but we went on all the way to the finals. So who knows what could happen this time, right? What I can do is just prepare, and that's what I'm going to do. So the first announcement is that I'm going to start a new series on this channel called Road to World Cup or something like that. And in that series, we will, I want to take you guys along with me on my preparation. So I'll release the first episode on like this weekend probably. And then there we can discuss more in depth, my strengths, my weaknesses, the things I want to work on, maybe like a schedule on, like maybe there's a certain date until when I want to learn something, or yeah, I don't know. I didn't really think out all the details, but we'll figure it out as we go. Um, but the more important part is that you can expect regular videos about World Cup preparation, and that should be exciting. And it also motivates me to not just make videos, but also prepare for the World Cup because a lot of the preparation would be just kind of boring and tedious to do by myself. But if I'm making it as a video, then it's a little more exciting, I think. So that's one thing. And secondly, um, in the description, you will also find a new link for my Instagram account, which I want to make now because I think it's a good time to start that, especially because, I'll be going to the World Cup. I'm sure we'll get some great pictures there. And, just with the preparation and everything, I feel like that's one platform that I've never really ventured onto, but I think it might be worth a shot at this point in time. So I'll leave that in the description. If if you're an Instagram person, then go ahead and yeah. I don't really know what do you do there. You follow people there, right? Not subscribe. Yeah, so you can go follow me there, I think. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. And honestly, it has been really like surreal the past just the last year going to Paris, and at the end of the Paris event, I even said that it was like the peak of my GeoGuessr experience, and I just can't imagine and can't wait to see what happens here in Stockholm. Um, but yeah, as I said, regardless of what happens, I know I'm gonna have fun, and that is what matters the most. So thank you for watching, and if you are new to the channel, welcome. Thank you for joining. And if you're interested in following my preparation journey, then yeah, make sure to check out the Road to World Cup series that I'll upload. Uh, but yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, wonderful week, and yeah, looking forward to being in Stockholm. So I'll see you guys there. Well, not there, you'll see me in the videos earlier, but yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video and have a good one.